video contains spoilers that might upset you if you haven't watched this series. It is advised to avoid this video for your protection of not being spoiled. Also, do know that I most certainly do love the anime series and the characters, but sometimes life can be boring at times, so it's best to be a bit cringy at times. So, yeah.
My rating for this season is... drumroll, please. 10 out of 10. Listen, okay? The opening and the ending is beautiful. The beginning of season 3 to the ending is beautiful. The characters moving forward in the future is beautiful. My favorite character who got hurt and then gets her happy ending is once again beautiful. And I might have watched the series multiple times, so yes, it is one of my childhood series that I love so much. So we all know that Akito is a girl. I can't say if it's Akito's parents' fault or her own. So I'm going to say all of them are at fault with Akito's way of acting. Akito's mom, Ren, who madly falls in love with Akira. Akito's father, who got married and had a child. But Ren felt she didn't get half the love or the attention that Akito received. So, being a child, she decided that she would only bore this child if they raised Akito as a male, so that she would still be number one in Akira's heart. So, yeah, she's basically jealous of her daughter. It makes her life extremely unpleasant. What a great mom, am I right? Don't clap. We get to Akira, who loves Ren, Akito's mother, and he loves his daughter as well. Maybe. I mean, he always wanted a child to bring comfort to Ren when he passes, so yeah, I guess Akito knew their parents' love was strong, but I guess she wanted to know where her love was from her parents. So basically, Akito and her parents were a dysfunctional family. That's probably one of the reasons why Kurino couldn't leave Akito, because he pitied the fragile girl. Even though he is indeed in love with Utani, Toru feels bad that she can't help Utani be with Kurino, because there isn't anything she could do with the situation, which stresses her even more because she wants to know if she can even break the Zodiac curse before graduation. Hanajima and Utani are concerned for Toru because she is carrying a lot of burden on her shoulder that isn't hers, but for others, and afraid that one day her smile might disappear. Alright, since there is a lot to cover for this season, I'm going to break it down to some characters and then conclude the season because this series had a lot of focus on some characters more than others. Ren wants to break the curse, so Ren tells her she will tell her about how to break the curse if she gets a box from Akito's room. Ren gets it. But Akito catches her red-handed, so she is put in the cat room, and to make matters worse, her hair is cut. She's in a dark room. She is starving and hoping that Haru is doing fine and no harm comes to him. Everyone is worried about Ren. Hiro is concerned as well, so he tells Haru what's been happening to her and Akito, and he goes to find her and pick at Akito, but luckily she's safe. She's at the hospital, and she left the hospital and just feels like she wants her journey to end. And Haru agrees and welcomes her home. What a beautiful scene. Alright, I love Machi, and my goodness, she is just misunderstood by students and her freaking family. But I have to give credit to Yuki for believing in her and wanting to reveal himself in his true form. But he doesn't, because it broke, but that's all good. And they're such beautiful couples, I love it. What a handsome man he's become, and he's definitely rooting for Toru to be with her man, Kyo. This poor guy, he really doesn't want to do that, but he really loves Toru and wants to help her by pushing Kyo's button so he can be with Toru. Momiji's curse broke and he had mixed feelings about the curse, but happy that he was finally free. And can't he just have his own family before the series ends, please? He deserves happiness. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I think he's funny, and in some way he gives good advice, but when Akito is involved, he has mixed feelings of loving and hating her. He hates Kurino because Akito and Kurino slept together, so out of jealousy he did the same thing. having slept with Ren. Yeah, at this point these two are causing everyone, the Zodiac, to get hurt in the process because of their toxic relationship. They used to have a good relationship, but yeah, this is sadly unfortunate. Alright, so now let's talk about Ren. I know, again, yes, again, because she's crazy. I mean, she's using a knife to stab her own freaking daughter for a box. Not just any box, but Akira's box to Akito. Akito is furious with Ren not being locked up in the cat room. Haru was about to punch her. Momiji leaves her. Shigure is being cruel. The Zodiac bond is breaking, and at this point, Akito just gives her the dang box because her world is falling apart. And in that box, there's nothing. It's just an empty box. Akito picks up the knife and is about to eliminate her own mother. And then she decides not to because, you know, it's all Kuruno's fault, so she stabs him. I'm not okay at this point because she decides it ain't enough. So she goes after Toru. Let's talk about Toru's day before she meets up with this crazy woman. So, Toru realized she is indeed in love with Kyo and wants to tell him that. Kyo is not with her at the moment, but with her grandfather, who talks about Toru's past. After hearing her backstory, he goes home, talks to Toru. They hug and go to her room so she can show him a picture of her dad. And Kyo sees the hat and Kyoko on the street bleeding and saying, "I won't forgive you," and struggles with the situation. He decides to leave, but he is stopped by Toru, who wants to say something, but she stops her and says, "Do you like me?" And of course her response is yes. What else was she gonna say? No? It says that she can't love him. Why? And talks about his past with Kyoko and decides Toru can't love him. Again, why? She loves you no matter what. She even said that she's going against her mom. You know what's really messed up? After all of this, Kyo decides to attack Toru with the weapon. Not physically, but verbally, and runs off. And Yuki just happens to be there, tries to stop Kyo. At this point, she is alone with the crazy woman, Akito. Crazy woman hurts the angelic woman. Angelic woman comforts the crazy woman. Then, when they decide to be friends, guess what happens? That's right, she falls. She screams. The whole situation is crazy and it's really messy. This guy, Kyo, who tries to run off to who knows where, comes back to her and says, "Please don't go," and kisses her. But then what happens? He decides not to visit her and decides to run away again. Why are you doing this? So kudos to Yuki, because my goodness, this guy can't decide if he loves her or if someone is better for her than him. You know what? I like Yuki because he beats him up, telling him to get his crap together. And not to mention that he told Toru's friends, which is not in the anime, sadly, but it is in the manga. And for that, I respect Yuki because he has Toru's back. Because we all know Toru isn't going to get on Kyo's case about what he's done. She's just gonna forgive him and forget all that he said to her, because that's how forgiving she is. After all my ranting, I will admit I do love these two together. They are so beautiful together. So after their moment, the curse broke for everyone, and it was so beautiful, outstanding, and now they can live their happy life as they should. It was sad for them because they were tied to their zodiacs since the day they were born, but now they have their freedom. Afterwards, everyone came together for the final banquet, and Akito wanted to apologize to everyone, but she also felt it wouldn't be enough and decided to cut herself from the former Zodiac members. Well, except for Shigure. The true story of the Zodiac is revealed as to what really happened, and it was so sweet and yet a sad story. And in the end, the Zodiac members, as of now, are the last Zodiac spirits and are finally free. I'm happy that everything is wrapping up to a good ending. Utani and Kuruno will be together. Hanejima likes spending time with Kazuma. Kisa and Hiro will eventually be married in the future. After all, Hiro's mother is rooting for them. Haru and Ren will be together without feeling the burdens of their zodiacs. Momiji will definitely have a hot future wife. Mark my words. Ayame and Mine are madly in love. Hattori will have his happy ending with Mayu. Kagura is moving on from her first love. Ritsu will be with Mitsuru. Akito and Shigure will be together. Hopefully the relationship won't be toxic. Nahito? Who knows? Manabe and his girlfriend are doing great. Makito and the other Yuki fan clubs moving forward with life. Because Machi has stolen the prince's heart. Or more like, Yuki has stolen Machi's heart. And finally, Toru and Kyo are about to leave everyone to go on their journey together and get married. But before that, Yuki thanks her and says everything he wanted to say to her. Such a beautiful moment. Years later, down the road, she and Kyo are still together, already having kids and grandkids, and most importantly, still loving each other. I love it so much. I love talking about the series, and I'm hoping to talk about the characters individually, because there is so much I wanted to say about each character individually. I just didn't want my review of the season to be in so much chaos, and I'm kind of an organized freak, so yeah. Thanks for watching my review, and hope you all have a lovely and wonderful day. I'm not kidding. Love you all. Bye!